Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price, beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, November the 18th. We've got a really interesting topic today, and hopefully you'll want to help out with this. It's called the IEP Conversation Partner Program. And I want to introduce you to Debbie Parker, who is with the Center for English Language Learning. Good to have you here, Debbie.
Thank you.
And I think you were here about a year or so ago, and we talked about this. And you brought along a really interesting young lady with you. This is Candice Wu,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Welcome to Radio Friends, Candice. And you were here from China, mainland China. You've been at the university how long?
I have been in this university for 2 months now.
For 2 months. But you're part of the IEP Conversation Program.
Yes.
I'm going to turn to Debbie first. Tell us how this works, and then we'll talk to Candice.
In the Center for English Language Learning, CELL, here at MU, our students study academic English. In addition to studying academic English, they also have an opportunity to meet Americans, learn about the culture, and the Americans get to learn with students like Candice.
Where they came from.
Exactly, yes. And so we match our international students with Americans, so that way they can learn from each other.
Now, if somebody listening or watching us wants to take part in this program to work with students who are here from a foreign country that want to learn English better, what do they need to do?
They can contact me, Parker D, at missouri.edu.
So it's Parker, P-A-R-K-E-R, the initial D, at missouri.edu.
Correct.
And then what's going to happen?
Well, the Americans fill out the application. I look at the applications and I look at our students' applications, and then I try to match them based on their interests, their majors, and personalities. And then they get together informally, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. They set up the time and they set up the schedule and the activities and get together maybe at a coffee shop and drink coffee and talk, and then later when they get to know each other, sometimes the students have even gone back to the student's country and visited. Or for example, with Thanksgiving coming up, our students have gone to the American's house for Thanksgiving. So it's a really good opportunity for our students to learn about American cultures and for Americans to learn about other cultures.
So as far as the person who is volunteering their time to work with the student, do they have to have any special qualification, just being able to speak English?
Be able to speak English, have patience, and just be basically a good person like your listeners.
Yeah. Okay, now Candice, you've been here for 2 months.
Yes.
And your English, I think your English is outstanding.
Thank you.
But you were telling me that it is a requirement in China that you must learn English.
Yeah, because like for most Chinese, we think English is like a way that you can learn more, and actually there is ways that you can talk to people. Especially China is a lot of tourists visit China, and they will wanted to ask questions, and they might not know Chinese as well.
But if you can speak English,
I can help them.
Yes,
kind of.
So when you came here, since you were speaking English, why did you sign up for this program? Because
I think it's a great opportunity for me to meet new people, and I really like to know about American culture.
About the American culture.
Yeah, and I have a conversation partner. She is actually from the place I was, I know it before, and I was there for exchange student thing.
You were an exchange student, yes.
And
that's your conversation partner.
Yeah, she is because like Debbie said, she put our information and matched together, and I started talking to her. We had I didn't expect we would talk that long, and she's a amazing person.
Yeah. What was your impression of the United States and the people that you have met here since you've been here? Only 2 months.
Yeah, I think they're super friendly. Like if you go to Walmart, you can always see those seniors has a smile on their face, and if you need help, they're so willing to help you. And
You find that most Americans are willing
friendly,
to help you?
yeah. Yes.
See, that's what when we were in Beijing years ago, I felt that way about the Chinese people. I thought they were extremely friendly and would go out of their way to help you. And the thing that I found out or realized was the Chinese people want to know as much as they can about the Americans that they're visiting.
Yes, it's actually like when we are having a conversation partner, we will talk a lot of things. My conversation partner, she has Chinese courses. She's learning Chinese. So we're actually helping each other out. I will ask her like the story of Halloween or anything about like American culture. She will show me her homework and ask me about some Chinese words that she doesn't understand.
What has surprised you the most about being in this country?
I mean, it's kind of like the culture is different, but it's still like super friendly, and no matter what, because being in another country is kind of like a challenge for me, like being here all alone. And I find a friend, and I made a friend a lot, and they helped me a lot.
See, this is what's so important, I think, about meeting people from other lands. We hear so much about how we're different. We're all different. We've got different ideas. But when you sit down and talk to a person face to face, we're a lot more alike than we are different.
It's true.
And that is how, if we ever have world peace, the only way it's going to come is by sitting down and talking to each other face to face. Many of us are concerned about the Chinese or about the Russians, but when you meet people as a person, as you are, you realize, my goodness, you're no different than I am.
Yeah.
You're no different than my sister. And that's the impression that you have when you came here also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie, you want to add anything to this about, if people would like to volunteer?
If anybody has a question, they can contact me. I'll try to answer any questions that they have. Right now, I've matched about 100 of our students with 100 Americans, so
But you can always use more.
we can always use more.
You have more students that are on the waiting list of...
Right now, everyone's matched, but with the new semester coming up, we'll always need new volunteers.
So if you're interested in talking with a student and helping them out, just doing it to learn yourself too, and realize that we're all the same. We're human beings, and if we look at each other in the eyes and talk to each other, we're going to get along. It's Debbie, D-E-B-B-I-E.
Correct.
D at Missouri.edu.
Parker D.
Parker D.
Correct.
Okay, P-A-R-K-E-R-D at Missouri.edu.
Correct.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for correcting me.
Thank you.
And Candice Wu, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
All right, we're out of time for today. Monday, we've got Mel Zelenek on with us once again. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Monday. Have yourself a good weekend. Bye-bye.